Hey, this is Coach Zach at Baseball Stars. In this video, we're going to learn how to separate your stride from your throw. So the biggest thing I see in young kids throwing motions is that the combination of striding and throwing at the same time, kind of like that. So what we want to try to do is we want to avoid throwing and striding at the same time. So what we want to happen is we want to stay closed on this front side as long as we can. We want to stride. We want to land closed with this front shoulder. And then after we land closed, then we turn our chest and then throw. So the first drill in this sequence of drills that you're going to want to do, we're going to start in this T position. Now, for each of these drills, you want to make sure that you're doing lots of dry reps, meaning that you're doing lots of reps without even throwing a baseball. So if I kind of show you this first drill, you start in the T position. You want to have this front glove side thumb down just like that. And then we want this palm to be facing back towards second base right here if we were pitching. So what we want to do for this drill is we want to do a couple of dry reps first where we're staying closed on this front side. Our foot is going to open right before we land, but we want our chest to stay closed when the front foot hits the ground. So for this drill, what we're doing is we're striding, we're opening up the front foot right before we land, and then I'm staying closed on that front shoulder. So if I do one more dry up, just to show you again, stay closed on that front side, striding straight towards our target. This will also help you from opening up early through your hips. A lot of kids combine their throw and their stride by opening early through your hips. So this is a good drill to work on that. And then we can go ahead and do a throw from there. So we stay closed, do the same thing. We want to throw after we land. So just like that, go through your throwing motion. Once you get comfortable with that, you can move on to the next progression in the drill. So the next one is kind of the opposite of starting up here. We're going to start with both hands down just like this. So starting with both hands down, I want to work on the timing of the ball coming up right when I land. The most common mistake I see why kids combine their throw and their stride is because the arm is too fast and the arm is beating the front foot and the ball is up in the T position way before the front foot hits the ground. So we want to work on the timing of the ball comes up right when the front foot hits the ground. So you start with the ball down just like this, and then when the front foot hits the ground, that's when you want the ball to go up into the throwing position. Do lots of dry reps like that at first until you can get the hang of it, and then try some throws. So if I show you what the throw looks like, it's right here. The ball comes up right when you land, and then you turn and throw. Okay? So once you feel comfortable with that, now with all of these drills, you want to make sure that you're comfortable with the previous drill before we move on to the next one. You don't want to rush into it and go to the last drill before you've got comfortable with the first few. So the next one, we're going to start with the hands together. So kind of like just normal throwing motion, and we're starting with the hands together. You want to work on the timing. So what we're doing is we're going, now whenever you break your hands, one important point I want to point out is that we always want to break our hands, thumbs to the ground. So if I take off my glove for this drill, I break my hands, thumbs to the ground. If I break my hands, thumbs up, first of all, my throwing arm is going to be up really fast, and then this causes my front shoulder to open up when I break thumbs up with my glove side hand as well. So for this drill here, do some dry reps, breaking your hands, working on thumbs down. You want to land thumbs down, and then after you land, we rotate the glove side, we turn and throw, okay? So if I show you one more dry rep, stride, ball comes up right when you land, and then you turn and throw. So here's a throw right here. Same thing, you just work on the same sequence of motions here. And then this is a really good sequence of drills to do to work on separating your throw from your stride and ultimately getting some more separation between your legs and your upper body so we're able to throw a little bit harder with less stress on your arm.